Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Back from my travels to Ghana, where it was a pleasure to see the house that's been built over there for the last 15 years come to more or less conclusion. Just got the outside to do on the compound, so very pleased to be over there and thoroughly enjoyable time. So hope you've had a good time once I've been away, and I hope you've missed me. Obviously you have. Not. Anyway, while I was away, there were a few bits and pieces turned up, obviously. So where should we start? Let's start with these Cadbury's, two Cadbury's cards there. 1933 of Percy Chapman and Herbert Sutcliffe. These come in a set of 12 with Hobbs, Sutcliffe, Hammond, Dilip Singhji, Jardine, Chapman, Wyatt, Tate, Larwood, Duckworth, Ames and Leyland in the set. So quite a rare thing, quite a rare set these ones, but hopefully I'm going to be able to get the other ones with a bit of luck. So that's a couple of nice cards there. Thanks to George for those. Another one that's turned up this time is this lovely image of the Victorian side with Melbourne Cricket Ground in the middle there, 1860. This was produced by Australia Post in 2007 in a limited edition of 10,000 Australian Post prestige booklets. So we've got a bit of information on the back there. This has got the Victorian side of 1860 with all their little signatures there. And there's quite a bit of discussion on whether they actually signed things in those days and that early, but I'm pretty sure they did. Obviously this gives it a bit of a boost, so quite pleased to get hold of that, and it'll look quite nice in a little frame, I think. Thanks to Andy for passing that over to me, or giving me the nod on eBay, so quite pleased to get hold of that. That's nice. And the next thing that's turned up was this lovely photograph here of Australia and India side. Well, actually I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you. It's 1935-36 Australian team on their tour, first tour to Australia, and I haven't yet found out where this was taken, so whether it's a province team or the first test match or whatever. So I recognised a couple of the Indian ones on there, so we'll get it there in the end, I think. But I did contact Megan Ponsford about that, and she hadn't actually seen that image, so she was going to have a look at it for me and see if we can go from there. So it's a lovely image, actually. Not a particularly successful tour for the Australians. A lot of illness and what have you on that tour, and illness and injuries. So they were pleased to get home in the end. So it's a long tour. Anyway, pleased to get hold of that image. What's next? We've got the last one here is lovely photograph there of Don Bradman on tin backing. Looks like a 1930s image there with the batting pose. Now this came with its information, and it's got nice little newspaper there from the Melbourne Age, and it says there that 100 splendid souvenirs of Don Bradman, like the one you see illustrated, will be given away to readers of the junior section in our Test cricket competition. Each one is a handsome cabinet photograph of Don at the wicket, mounted on a solid stand, making a souvenir of Australia's wonder batsman you would be proud to possess. Read below how simple it is to enter. So reading the instructions there, it says to enter this simple competition, all you have to do is estimate how many runs Bradman will score in the first innings of the 5th test to be commenced at the Oval on August the 20th. So August the 20th, that takes that to 1938. And of course, Don Bradman didn't bat in that one. He turned his ankle over, got carried off, blah, blah, blah. It was Len Hutton's 364. So memorable for that as well. So I don't quite know what happened with the competition. Perhaps someone could sort of tell me, but obviously you weren't going to get the estimated runs right unless you said he was going to retire her, which I think no one would do. But anyway, so that's a lovely item there. It's gone straight into the inner sanctum. Thanks, Andy, for giving that the nod for me. So anyway, that's about it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm sure you've missed me. You must have done. Anyway, see you on the next one. Cheers, all the best.